Okay, hello. Good morning. Okay, kindly please check if I'm audible so that we can start with our revision of light lesson. Just write it down in the comment section, the chat box. Okay, hi, good morning. So, ready for today's quiz? Everybody is ready for today's quiz. I hope so. Okay, chalo. Can we start with the question then? Let us start. Let us start. Okay, so good morning, all. Good morning, all. Let us start with the quiz section. Okay. So you have to answer certain questions. Suppose let's say based on what I'm asking, you just have to give me the answer. Okay. So the question is this. A very simple question. Like you just have to read and give me the answer. Sure. Give me the answer for this, please. An owl can see clearly at night. Okay. An owl can see clearly at night, and what is the reason? That is what they're asking. Why owl is able to see in the night? That is the question they're asking. Okay, a very simple question. Yesterday only it was discussed regarding, suppose let us say, yes, yesterday only we have seen the function of rod cells and cone cells. So obviously you will be able to answer this simple question that what is the reason that owls are able to see at night? Yes, exactly. Charul correct. Okay. Charul correct. Adarsh correct. Tanmay correct. Nandakishore Ambure correct. Shlok correct. Sujit correct. Gaurav correct. Shantanu correct. Yes. So the answer is more rods and few cones. Yes, exactly. So let me explain you what exactly it is. Okay. So this is the owl. What we are trying to say. One thing you should understand is that we are able to see the world because there are separate, special cells which are present in our eyes. So we have two cells. We have rod cells, our eyes, or even any kind of animal eyes. They have two cells basically. One is rod cell, and one is cone cell. Okay. So already I have mentioned you the function of cone cells is nothing but cone cell. The function of cone cells is to identify colors, color identification. That means you can tell, so let's say which is red, which is blue, which is green, and all those things. So color identification basically. And what is the function of rod cells? The function of rod cells is to find out, suppose, light intensity. So it is able to detect light intensity, light intensity. Okay. Problem is that in the dark, able to see anything. But the main thing about, suppose, let us say the eyes of owls is that it has more rod cells and few cone cells. That means it cannot identify the colors properly, but definitely one thing has the nature has given it as more rod cells. More rod cells and few cone cells. Cone cells have not been given, few cone cells. Okay. That is what you're supposed to remember. Are you understanding this? Okay, good, good. Now, can we move on? Acha. Before we move on to the next, suppose let's say question, give me the, suppose let us say, logic for this. One thing which I wanted to ask you is that, is everybody aware of Menti quiz? Like, I was planning, suppose let us say, in the upcoming week or so, we will have such practice sessions so that you can understand it better. Do you have, suppose let's say, any idea of Menti quizzes? Okay, fine. So we will be conducting Menti quizzes in the, suppose let's say in the forthcoming weeks. Practice through Menti quiz. Now Menti quiz is nothing but you are supposed to give it. Suppose let us say yes, through mobiles you can give, or even through laptops you can give. Okay, fine. So what we'll do is we will have some session over it. We'll have one special session in which I will teach you like how to, suppose let us say, use Menti quizzes. Once that is done, you'll be able to access them like whenever we will be taking it, right? Okay, understood. Fine. So we will be having some Menti quizzes, but before that I will teach you how to use it, and according to that, then suppose let's say you can apply. मतलब in the upcoming week we will do so. Sure. Let us go for the next question. Let us go for the next question now. So from the upcoming week, we will be having Menti quizzes. Instead of this, you will be able to even compete with like each other, and that will be our one of the star things which are provided. So chalo, give me answer for this now. We will try to take it on daily basis. Let us see if we can try, so let's say be able to take it on daily basis. Let us see. But right now, at least give me the answer for this. In our eye, dash cells can sense color. Okay, a very simple question, that in human eye, what cells are responsible for sensing color? Just now, before some time we have seen, so obviously you'll be able to give the answer. Just before some time we have seen this, right? Okay, start writing down the answers, please. Okay, correct. Correct. Yes. Many students are giving correct answers. Yes. Shrushti correct. Sujit correct. Okay. Gaurav correct. Bhumi correct. Sarvagya correct. Gayatri correct. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. So many of the students are able to give the correct answer. So the answer is cone cells. Basically, it is cone cells which are responsible for sensing color. Correct. Cone cells. Just before some time we have seen. Yes, correct, correct, correct. Exactly, exactly. Yes. So I like it very much that you are able to give the answer properly. Good, 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 good. Okay. Now, can we discuss something more? Can we discuss something more? Okay. Ready for the next question? Ready for the next question? Okay. So that is in front of you. Okay. This one. To make a kaleidoscope, we require what exactly? You just have to give me the answer. For making kaleidoscope, what is required? You just have to give me the answer for kaleidoscope, what is required? Kaleidoscope, kaleidoscope. A very simple question. How many mirrors will be required? How many mirrors? Give me the answer fast. Yes, be fast in giving you answers. Okay, correct. Correct. Yes. So it has how many? Yes, correct. It has how many? Suppose let us say mirrors as such. Three plane mirrors. Yes, exactly. The answer is three plane mirrors. The answer is three plane mirrors. The number of glass sheets which are required is nothing but three glass sheets. So basically, question is whether we should use glass sheets or plane mirrors. Plane mirrors. Plane mirror has to be used. So we cannot use just simply glass sheets, because if we use glass sheets, the rays will pass through and through. So we cannot use glass sheets. Glass sheets is not possible. Okay, with glass sheets not possible. The only thing you can use is plane mirror. And how many plane mirrors you require? Three. Three plane mirrors are required to make a kaleidoscope. Right? Okay. And in that way, you will be able to observe, suppose let's say, such kind of beautiful patterns. Okay, let me just quickly show you what kind of patterns we can get with the help of, suppose let us say, kaleidoscope. Okay, so this kind of, suppose let us say, images you will be able to get with kaleidoscopes. Let me just show you. This one. This kind of patterns you will be able to get with kaleidoscopes. Three, suppose let's say, mirrors are required to make any kaleidoscope. Three plane mirrors, like your home mirrors. Plane mirror means what? Home mirror basically. Okay, such kind of beautiful patterns can be created. Okay, can we move to the next question now? Okay, so the next question is this one. Try to answer this. If you are not able to give the answer, then I will be giving it. Chalo. Which of the following is not a luminous object? A very simple question. Which of the following is not a luminous object? Not a luminous object. Not a luminous object. Okay, Sarvagya correct, Shantanu correct, Shrishti correct, Gayatri correct, Sujit correct, Gaurav correct, Bhumi correct, Shantanu correct, Sanjana correct, Abhijit correct. Yes, so the answer is moon. The answer is moon. Why? See, luminous objects are nothing but, let me explain you what are luminous objects and what are non-luminous objects. So one is called as luminous object. Now, what is the meaning of luminous object? Luminous object means it has light of its own. Okay, it has its own light. So basically, it means is that any object which has its own light is called as luminous object. Own light. That means, like, suppose, let's say for example, like sun, bulb, electric bulb, or even tube light. That is also one of the examples. They have their own light. They do not take it from somebody. They have their own light. What about non-luminous object? That is the first one. Non-luminous object. Non-luminous object means they do not have light of their own, but they just reflect it. Non-luminous. Non-luminous. Okay, so what is the meaning of non-luminous object? It means that it doesn't have its own light. No own light. No own light. Okay, what are the examples? They just reflect. They just reflect. Like for example, like book, any kind of other objects which are available at your home is basically non-luminous object. So even a book, a pen, whatever the other objects which do not have the light. For example, except for that bulb and suppose let's say which are producing light, everything else is non-luminous object. Book, pen, fridge, oven, whatever the things are, all those things are nothing but comes under non-luminous objects. Are you understanding this? So non-luminous objects are nothing but those objects which do not have light of their own. Do not have light of their own. Okay. Sure. Now I am going to ask you a very logical question. You have to give me the answer for that, right? Okay. Kindly pay attention and be very focused. So in our case, what is the answer? Moon. Because it doesn't have light of its own. Own light. Own light. Actually, it also, suppose let's say glows, but it's actually due to reflection. Moon doesn't have light of its own, it just reflects the light of the sun. And tube light has its own light. So, what will be our answer? Not a luminous object. So, that means the answer is C, moon. Sure. Now, you have to answer me this question, a very simple concept-oriented question of our lesson related to reflection and all. You just have to give me the answer for this. If the light falls perpendicular on the plane mirror, if there is a light ray, it falls perpendicular on the plane mirror, what will be the angle in which it will be reflected? Perpendicular means what? The angle is basically 90 degree. Perpendicular means what? 90 degree. Okay, so they are just asking a very simple question: what by what angle it will be reflected? By what angle it will be reflected? That is what they're saying. Give me the answer for this. Okay, Sujit. Okay, Sujit is saying B. Okay, Sarvagya is saying B. Bhumi is saying B. Okay. Vasudha is saying 90 degree. Okay. Saria, how much you are saying? Saria is saying B. Okay. Prof. Joshi B. Sarvagya B. Gayatri B. Okay, take care. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you exactly what. See, they are asking. Okay. I'm just suppose let's say let me tell you how it is. Suppose if this is your surface, and this is your light ray. Okay, this is your light ray which is coming up. Okay, let me tell you in a very proper way. See, this is your incident light. This is your incident light, and the angle it has created with the surface is 90 degree. Okay, this is incident ray, and let us just say the angle which it has created is 90 degree. That is perpendicular. Now you tell me the angle of incidence is going to be, suppose let's say how much in this case? 90 degree, because the normal will be built over this. So angle of incidence in this case is 90 degree. But you have been told that the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection is same. Correct? Angle of I and angle of R is same. Law of reflection. This is the law of reflection. Correct? Okay. So can I just say angle R will also be 90 degree? Angle of reflection would also be 90 degree. Correct? Okay. So that means the ray which will be, suppose let's say whatever the incoming ray we have, the incident ray, it will be reflected back in the same path. Okay, the ray of light will be reflected in the same path. So it has come from this moment, that is from north to south. From north to south, it has gone from north to south, and again the light after reflection will go from south to north. Are you understanding this? The light ray will again be going from the same path to the upside. Same path but to the upside. But don't you think that the angle by which it has got reflected, basically, matlab, suppose let's say the angle by which, the question is by what angle it was reflected. It will be reflected, like what is the angle of reflection. They have not asked you angle of reflection. That has not been asked. That is not what they have asked. They are asking by what it will be reflected. Don't you think, suppose let us say that is the complete angle, that means this is 90 degree and this is the complete path, so that is basically like 180 degree total. That means incoming 90, and suppose let us say the outgoing 90, so basically it is 180 degree. 180 degree change. Are you understanding this? There the angle between, suppose let's say a straight line, this one is 180 degree. So the answer should be 180 degree. Answer should be 180 degree. See, they have not asked you angle of reflection. If they had asked you, suppose let's say angle of reflection, then it would have been 90 degree, of course, without a doubt. But if they're asking you by what angle it was reflected back, so basically the angle is supposed to be standing with 180 degree. So there are two possibilities. Angle of reflection is 90 degree and the way it was reflected by was 180 degree. Are you understanding this? I hope it's understandable. Angle of reflection, if they have asked, then it is completely same. But suppose let's say when they are asking about how by what angle it was reflected, so it was reflected by the same path, so the total angle would be 180, right? Okay, because the initial path was this is incident ray and it was reflected back in the same path, so the total angle which has become is 180 degree. Okay. Chalo. Now a simple question from the eye. Ready for the next question? Ready for the next question? Same one. Okay. Now this is based on human eye. You have to apply some logic for this, and you have to give me the answer. Which part of the eye has no sensory cells? That means they are saying there is no cell present at that particular point. A very, very simple question. A very simple question. If the retina of the eye, the area having no sensory cells is called as. Bolo. The answer is going to be B. The answer is going to be B. Yes, exactly, exactly. The answer is going to be B. Blind spot. Yes, exactly, exactly. That is where, yes, Sarvagya correct, Shantanu correct. Okay, correct. Exactly, exactly. So many students are able to give correct answer. That is the blind spot. Correct, correct, exactly. That is, yes, that is where no sensory cells are present. There are no sensory cells which are present at the blind spot. Correct, correct, correct. Exactly, exactly. So many students are able to give correct answer. Let me just quickly tell you what exactly it is. See, this is the image we are talking about. This one, eye, and this is the point we are talking about. Matlab, this is the lens and everything. There is one spot on retina through which optic nerve is connected. This is the optic nerve. This is the optic nerve, and there is one point here. This one. Okay, that is one point where no cells are present. That is called as blind spot. That is called as blind spot. There is no, suppose let's say, sensory cells present there. Okay, correct. Are you understanding this? A very simple question. Okay. Ready for the next question? Are you ready for the next question? Just tell me. If you are ready for the next question, I will put it up. Okay. Chalo. Give me the answer for this, please. Give me the answer for this. When we stand in front of our dressing table, our left hand seems to be right and the right seems to be left. This is called. A very simple question. Okay, so basically it is. The answer is going to be, when we stand in front of our dressing table, our left hand seems to be right and the right seems to be left. That means, suppose let's say if this is us and this is our two hands which we have, suppose let us say, raised. In the mirror, if this is the mirror in front of you, in the mirror it seems like, suppose let's say if this is you and this is your, suppose let's say, body which is available, and these are the two hands. Okay, in the mirror, the suppose let's say that is your image. Yes, correct, 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 correct. That is called as lateral inversion. Correct, exactly. The answer is going to be lateral inversion. Yes, that is called as lateral inversion. Correct. In this sense, what happens is that your right hand will look as if it is the left hand in the mirror. In the mirror, it will look like it is the left hand, but technically it is right hand. And your left hand will look right hand in the mirror. Right hand. This is called as lateral inversion. This is called as lateral inversion. Correct, correct, correct. Suhani correct, Bhumi correct, Apurva correct. Okay, Gopal, ठीक है, Gopal, that will be taken, no issue. Understood. Okay, no issue. That will be taken, no problem. Okay. Chalo, can we go for the next question, please? Lateral inversion. Let us go for the next question. Next question. Can we go for that? Okay. So the question is something like this. The angle of reflection is equal to angle of incidence. Okay, that is the question. The angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Ready for the next question? Okay. So they are saying whether it is always true, whether it is sometimes true, it is never true, and suppose let us say under special circumstances. Never and under special circumstances. Special circumstances. Okay, you tell me. The angle of reflection is equal to angle of incidence. Like when exactly? Sometimes, always, never, under special circumstances. Chalo, give me the answer for this, please. Give me the answer for this. Yes, correct. Correct. Okay, that is so true. Okay, B. B, B, B. B, yes. Okay. So the answer is B, correct? Always, always. That is always true. See, it doesn't matter. It is not like under some conditions suppose let's say the law is going to change. Angle of incidence is always equals to angle of reflection. For every condition, it is true. For every condition, it is true. For every condition, it is true. ठीक है? गोपाल मैंने कब का बोल दिया है गोपाल that topic will be taken. Can't you understand? Already it has been told a number of times. Okay, chalo, let us go for the next question. Okay, this will be the last question of the day. Kindly answer it very fast and very properly. The image formed by plane mirror is even if it is uneven. Gayatri, it doesn't matter. Even if the surface is even, uneven, still angle of incidence will be equals to angle of reflection. That is the logic you are supposed to remember. ठीक है? Gayatri, I hope that answers your question. Okay, correct. So, what is the answer? The image formed by plane mirror. Plane mirror means your home mirrors. Plane mirror means what? The mirrors which are used at your home. Plane mirror means what? The mirror which is used at your home is nothing but called as plane mirror. Home mirrors basically. Mirrors used at home. So what kind of image they create? What kind of image is created? Okay, Sujit, correct. Gopal, it is totally fine. But this class is different, no? This is for class 8. Our classes, so let's say, periods of class 10 are scheduled at different time. Okay, this is not currently the time for class 10. This period is for class 8, Gopal. So that's why I'm telling you, will be taking it later. There is no let's say reason for you to say sorry. No issue. It's fine. Okay. So the answer is yes. Obviously, it is. No, 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 no. The image it is created is virtual. You have to understand the image that is created is virtual. The image which is created is virtual. Can you take it on the screen? Can you suppose, let's say, take a paper in front of the mirror and take that image which is present on the mirror on the, suppose, let's say, that paper? Is it possible? If you place some paper or some cloth material in front of the mirror, can you take the image of that on that cloth or the paper? It's not possible, right? So our image is virtual. Our image which is created on the mirror is of course virtual because we cannot take that image on the screen, cannot take it on the screen. So of course it is virtual. So two options are already eliminated. Now you tell me whether you are able to see upside down image or erect image. Inverted means what? Top has become bottom and bottom has become top. Let me show you how. See, suppose let's say if this is you and suppose let's say this is the mirror and you are standing here. Suppose let's say this is your image. This is one form, and in another kind of mirror you might be able to see such kind of formation. If this is the mirror, sometimes it might happen that you are able to see this kind of image. Okay. This is called as erect image. This is called as erect image. Erect image means what? Top has remained top and bottom has remained bottom. That means interchange has not happened. So top has remained top and bottom has remained bottom. But in so let's say inverted image, there is a problem in inverted image. What happens is in inverted image is that top becomes bottom, and bottom becomes top. This is called as inverted image. Are you understanding this? Okay, so that's why our answer will be virtual and erect. Our answer would be virtual and erect. Are you understanding this? Why we have chosen virtual and erect? Because our top remains top. Whenever you are seeing yourself in the mirror, you will be able to see your head, correct? So our image which we get is erect at our home mirrors. It doesn't happen like your face. In place of your face, you are able to see your feet. That doesn't happen. So that means our image is erect. Of course, it is erect. And virtual, we cannot take it on the screen. We cannot hold a cloth in front of it and take that image on the screen. Like our theaters, in the movie theaters, it happens, no? That image is projected on some cloth material, fabric material. In the theaters, multiplexes, in the movie theaters, yes. Same kind of thing we cannot do with the mirrors, hence the kind of image we get is virtual. Okay. So that's it for today. We are ending our session. I hope it was enjoyable. And we will try to have Menti quizzes soon. Okay. Let us suppose, let's say, let your exam get completed. Okay. Let your exam get completed, and even in between exams, suppose if it is possible for some of the lessons, I will try to take Menti quizzes, and through that you will be able to revise it. Fine. But we'll soon have a full-fledged sessions of Menti quizzes for class 8, so that you will be able to practice more. We will have those sessions, practice sessions. You will be given a topic, you have to read it for a particular day. For example, like we are conducting some Menti quiz on 11th December. For example, I will be telling you the topic, you have to read it beforehand, and then at the specified time you have to come and give the quiz, so that you will have more practice of that same lesson. So thank you so much for today. We are ending our session on this note, and we'll be meeting in the upcoming session. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. And do subscribe to the channel so that you'll be getting the updates in time. So thank you so much. Bye-bye. We'll meet in the next session, and hopefully we'll be starting our Menti quizzes soon for class 8. Bye-bye.